Hare Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Achyut Prabhuji, whenever you're ready, we can start, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Mudiraye Nasta Prayeshu Avadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Today we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 68, The Marriage of Samba, text 38 through 54. Text 38. We Vrishnis enjoy only whatever small parcel of land the Kurus allow us, and where the indeed Sus, and whereas the Kurus are the head. Text 39. Just see how these puffed up Kurus are intoxicated with their so-called power, like ordinary drunken men. What actual ruler with the power to command would tolerate their foolish, nasty words? Text 40. Today I shall read the earth of these Kauravas, declared the furious Balaram. Thus he took his plough weapon and then rose up as if to set the three worlds ablaze. Text 41. The Lord angrily dug up the Hastinapur with the tip of his plough and began to drag it, intending to cast the entire city into the Ganges. Text 42-43. Seeing that their city was tumbling about like a raft at sea as it was being dragged away, and that it was about to fall into the Ganges, the Kauravas became terrified. To save their lives, they approached the Lord for shelter, taking their families with them. Placing Samba and Lakshmana in front, they joined their palms in supplication. Text 44. The Kauravas said, O Rama, Rama, foundation of everything, we know nothing of your power. Please excuse our offense, for we are ignorant and misguided. Text 45. You alone cause the creation, maintenance, and annihilation of the cosmos, and of you there is no prior cause. Indeed, O Lord, authorities say that the worlds are mere playthings for you as you perform your pastimes. Text 46. O unlimited one of the thousand heads, as your pastime you carry this earthly globe upon one of your heads. At the time of annihilation, you withdraw the entire universe within your body, and remaining all alone, lie down to rest. Text 47. Your anger is meant for instructing everyone. It is not a manifestation of your hatred or envy. O Supreme Lord, you sustain the pure mode of goodness, and you become angry only to maintain and protect this world. Text 48. We bow down to you, O soul of all beings, O wielder of all potencies, O tireless maker of the universe, offering you obeisances, we take shelter of you. Text 49. Sukadev Goswami said, thus propitiated by the Kurus, whose city was trembling and who were surrendering to him in great distress, Lord Balarama became very calm and kindly disposed toward them. Do not be afraid, he said, and took away their fear. 50-51. Duryodhana, being very affectionate to his daughter gave as her dowry 1,260-year-old elephants, 120,000 horses, 6,000 golden chariots shining like the sun, and 1,000 maidservants with jewelry lockets on their necks. Text 52. The Supreme Lord, chief of the Yadavas, accepted all these gifts and then departed with his son and daughter-in-law as his well-wishers bid him farewell. Text 53. Then Lord Alayudha entered his city Dwaraka and met his relatives whose hearts were all bound to him in loving attachment. In the assembly hall, he reported to the Yadu leaders everything about his dealings with the Kurus. 54. Even today, the city of Hastinapur is visibly elevated on its southern side along the Ganges, thus showing the signs of Lord Balaram's prowess. Thus, in the purpose of the humble servants of A.C. Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, 10th Canto, 68th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Marriage of Samba. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Achyut Prabhuji. Thank you so much for reading the translations today. We'll offer brief prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chekshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktamanda Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyev cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So it's a wonderful section describing the glories of Lord Balaram through this pastime that we are hearing. This chapter, 10th Canto, 68th chapter, is titled The Marriage of Samba. So, like we discussed previously, Sukadeva Goswami is responding to Parishad Maharaj's question out of eagerness and wanting to hear Lord Balaram's pastimes. Parishad Maharaj asked Sukadeva Goswami, can you please share more pastimes of Lord Balaram like that? So in response to that question, Lord Sukadeva Goswami is sharing this pastime where Balaram exhibited his inconceivable potency like that. So we heard from his Grace Pankajamali Prabhu yesterday how Samba got attracted to Lakshmana, who is the daughter of Duryodhana in Hastinapur. And he happened to go to the Swayamvara. And interestingly, many of the pastimes we hear, like previous chapters we heard, Lord Krishna married his 8 principal queens we heard. During that time, they all liked Krishna. They all wanted to marry Krishna. But in this particular case, Lakshmana was not ready, favorable towards uh, Samba here. Who is Samba? Is Jambavati's daughter. Krishna and Jambavati's son. Not daughter, son. Krishna and Jambavati's son. And interestingly, he was a very dear son of his mother. He was always with his mother. That's why his name is also called Samba, is described. So then, uh, so that's why Samba liked Lakshmana. So in a Kshatriya spirit, as a real Kshatriya, it was not wrong to show this prowess and kidnap the would-be wife like that. So he did kidnaps Lakshmana, and then all the Kurus decided. So one interesting thing Sri Prabhupada describes in Krishna book that we heard yesterday also, which is interesting because Sri Prabhupada describes Actually, Kurus wanted to see the prowess of this Samba. How he'll fight if they go and challenge him like that. So then they challenged him and they fought him. And naturally, Samba showed so much prowess. They were so impressed. In the middle of fighting, they said, "Wow, you are amazing like that. Your fighting is amazing like that." So that is the greatness of skill and power of Samba we heard. And then, however, they broke some rules of the fight by all six of them fighting at the same time, six great warriors. And then they arrested Samba finally and brought back Samba and Lakshmana back to their home in Hastinapur. This news came through Narada Muni to Dwaraka, we heard yesterday. When the news came to Dwaraka through Narada Muni, and Ugrasena, who's the king, who's the ruler of Dwaraka, he became angry, and he wanted to start an attack with all of the great warriors they have in Dwaraka on Hastinapur to get Samba back. But then Balarama had a soft corner for Kauravas, and he wanted to make peace between Kauravas and Dwaraka, Dwarkavasis or Vishnis. So with that mood of making peace between Yadu dynasty and Kauravas, he said, "Don't worry, let me go first and see." And he took some elderly Yadu dynasty citizens and he went to the Hastinapur. We heard he was on the outskirts of Hastinapur. He did not go inside the Hastinapur and he put a camp there. And we heard Uddhava again. Uddhava was sent like a messenger to check out the pulse of Kauravas. Do they want to fight or do they want to make peace? To find out that, he sent Uddhava. Uddhava went to the kingdom of Hastinapur and Kauravas were very happy. Why they were happy? Sri Prabhupada describes because they knew very well that Balram is their family well-wisher and they were very happy. So they came to welcome him with Agya, with all articles of worship like that. And then they respected him nicely. And even some elders offered obeisance to Balram, who knew the Balram's power also is described in that section. And then, however, the situation took a turning point when Balram placed before them that King Ugrasena made an order that you need to return Samba back like that. When they heard that King Ugrasena made an order, not a request like that, suddenly for some time they became bewildered. They lost their position. They thought, how can somebody order us? They're too small like that. They started criticizing or blaspheming the Yadu dynasty, saying that they got this kingdom before because of us. How can they be expressing royal greatness before us? How can they be ordering us? Like that, they started to criticize the Yadu dynasty. So we were read till 36th verse yesterday. The last verse ended with last couple of verses are Balarama. So they criticized and they left. So that was happened in yeah, actually several verses before Kauravas said these words and he left. So now from 28th verse, 29th verse onwards, we see Lord Balarama considering the words of Kurus. And then he started to become angry on the Kauravas. So then he started to describe how it's their foolishness that they don't want peace. That means they're behaving not with wisdom of human beings, but they're behaving like animals who only listen to punishment. You know, in politics, we hear that Samadana, Veda, Danda are the four methods used for ruling. So the last method, Danda, is used when somebody cannot respond to anything, any other methods like appreciation, giving some gifts, and some negotiation, or when all those fail, finally punishment is the only thing works. So that's what Balram is referring here. That I'm going to punish them like that because they're behaving like animals like that. And then he starts to describe how King Ugrasena is so great that uh, even demigods listen to him. Even Indra obeys his orders of Ugrasena. And not only Indra, what to speak about Indra, Supreme Lord Krishna is obeying the orders of Ugrasena, King Ugrasena. So, so are they not only blaspheming Yadu dynasty, but are they blaspheming Krishna also? Are they saying Krishna is not fit to sit in the royal throne? Even goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, worships Supreme Lord's feet, lotus feet. So, as the master of Lakshmi Devi, does Krishna doesn't deserve displaying the royal insignia like white umbrella and cocktail, the fan like that, chamara? Is he not worth of that? Like that, Balram started to think about it. That is still text 36. Coming to text 37 today, is continuing Krishna's glories. He says, Krishna is so glorious. Actually, our acharyas describe one singular dust. One dust at the lotus feet of Krishna is so worshipable, and it will make Ganges purifying, because Ganges has touched the lotus feet of the Lord. Ganges has touched the one dust particle of the lotus feet of the Lord. It is making every place a holy place. Wherever Ganges flows, it's a holy place. And people are going there as a holy place of pilgrimage like that. And not only that, all the principal deities of all planets are engaged in service of Krishna. And they consider most fortunate when they pay obeisances with their crowns at the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, at the dust of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, like that. What to speak about all the heads of the planets, even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, even Lakshmi Devi, and myself are simply parts and parcels of the Lord, Supreme Lord. So Krishna is not fit for the displaying royal insignia, not fit for sitting on the royal throne. Like that, Balaram is considering. And then he says, uh, when Kurus say that we are enjoying the part of the land that is given by Kurus, and we are like shoes, and Kurus are like a head, like that is challenging what they said earlier. Now he says, Balaram considered that these Kauravas, they became proud because of their power and wealth. So when somebody becomes proud, they cannot see reality clearly. They cannot see truth honestly. So that is why Balram is considering that like like somebody when they're drunk, when they're intoxicated, they cannot see the reality clearly. Like that, these people are intoxicated with pride. Because of that, they are not able to see reality clearly. So if somebody is a ruler or a king, they should not tolerate uh, the foolish, nasty words like this. Because if you keep tolerating everybody's nasty words like this when you're a ruler, then there will not be any control left. So I need to teach them a lesson. Like that, Lal Balaram is considering. So the lesson for us from this pastime so far is the danger of pride. When we get pride, when we become proud, oh, I'm so great. I'm so good at cooking. I'm so good at singing kirtan. I'm so good at giving class. I'm so good at doing book distribution. I'm so good at uh, uh, talking to people. Whatever we become, we think that we have strength in. We should not become proud of that opulence that we have. proud of that strength or ability we have. Why? Because Krishna has given that opulence and strength for us so that we can serve Him. That is the only purpose of all the abilities and strength and skills we have. And Krishna can take away anytime that same ability strength. Somebody may be very great in speaking one day, but one day they might be taken away, the skill of speaking might go away. Somebody may be very good at cooking. One day they might be not be able to stand near the stove to cook. Like that, Krishna can give us the skill and strength and ability so that we can serve Him, and He can take away when it's not needed also. When we recognize that whatever we have is for the service sake only, and whatever we have is coming from mercy of Krishna and his devotees, then we'll never become proud. Then, when we're not proud, when we remain humble, we can see reality clearly and serve everyone clearly, nicely. So now, Balaram is thinking in text number 40, today I shall get rid of all the Kauravas from the earth. So he took his weapon, plow. Here, Balaram carries plow, which is representing doing agriculture by Vaishyas. Vaishyas, the three main occupations of Vaishyas described in Bhagavad Gita are Krishi, Goraksha, and Vanijyam. Krishi means agriculture or farming, and Goraksha means protection of the cows, and then Vanijyam means business or trade, like that. These are the three main activities of Vaishyas. And Balaram is representing Vaishyas, and he carries the plow. Plow is used for farming or agriculture, like that. So use that plow, and acharyas indicate that plow suddenly became very long to assist Balaram. Then he uses the plow, he starts to cut off, make a partition of the Hastinapur, and he starts to angrily drag that Hastinapur, entire Hastinapur, into Ganges river. So can you imagine? We might take a piece of, take one rock or one stone and put it in the water. That is our capacity. But when Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Balaram, becomes angry, he has the capacity to draw a whole city, like taking a stone. How we are taking a stone, he can drag a whole city into Ganges, like that. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is describing in the purport here that when he started to do that, Balarama ordered Ganges river, saying that, you kill all the Hastinapur people who fall into you now when I drag them, but leave Samba alone, like that. So that's the order he gave to Ganges. So, so that is the power of Supreme Lord. He can, if he wants to protect somebody, he can protect in any circumstance anybody. If he wants to kill somebody, he can kill them in any circumstance. It doesn't matter, like that. And then now Srila Prabhupada is writing from Krishna book, it's quoted in the purport, that in Hastinapur Vasis, the citizens felt like earthquake, shaking when this was happening. So then suddenly Kauravas came to their senses. Oh my God, what is happening? And they understood Balaram is doing this. So they suddenly came out. They brought Samba and his would-be wife Lakshmana together, and they kept them before them in front. So Balaram can see Samba. Their hope is that when Balaram sees Samba, because he's affectionate to him, he will become pacified a little bit. So they brought him and they stood before them, folding their palms in supplication like this, surrendered to him. So they did that to please Balaram quickly. What they did? To keep Samba in the front, like that is described. Now, Kaurava started to offer wonderful, glorious prayers to Lord Balaram, glorifying his position. So they describe, Oh Rama, Rama. Our Acharya Srila Jiva Goswami describes, why did they mention two times? By the way, notice in Srimad Bhagavatam, Balaram is mentioned as Rama. He is not mentioned as Balaram. Always mentioned as Rama, Rama, like that. That's how he's called. Even in the name giving ceremony, that's how he was given Rama, the one who gives pleasure to everyone, like that. So Jiva Goswami says, because they were so fearful, what will happen to us? That's why they're repeating Balram's name, oh Rama, like that. And then they describe him. um, so by saying, oh Rama, they're describing, oh Balarama, you give happiness to the entire universe, like that they're saying. Our Srila Sanatana Goswami describes it, this is like a dialogue. So when they're saying you give happiness to the universe, Balaram might say, I give happiness only to devotees, not others. That means not to you, like that. Then they're saying, you're the foundation of everything. So Akila Adara. So you're the foundation of everything. You are the shelter of everything, shelter of the entire universe. There's no other shelter than you for the universe, like that they're saying. Then Balram might say, great offenders like you should not be excused, should not be forgiven. Balram might say. Now they're saying, please excuse our offense because we are ignorant and misguided. Ignorant means we don't know what is right, what is wrong, number one. And number two, we have a bad association of who is guiding us, misguiding. So that's why, because we are ignorant, we are misguided. And because you are the shelter of the whole universe, and because you are merciful to fallen people like us, and we are fallen because we are ignorant and we are misguided, so please protect us. Please forgive us for our offense. Like that, they're praying in this verse, 44th verse. In the 45th verse, they say, you alone are the cause of maintenance, creation, and annihilance of the cosmos. And there's no cause beyond you, before you, like that they're describing. Our Srila Jiva Goswami nicely describes us. The verse starts with Sthiti Utpatti Upyayana. Sthiti means maintenance. Utpatti means creation. And Apyayana means annihilation. You notice, normally we say creation, maintenance, annihilation. In fact, translation is also done like that. But if you see Sanskrit, they say maintenance first, creation next, annihilation next. So both Srila Jiva Goswami and Sanatana Goswami in their commentary describe there is an importance why they said maintenance first. Generally, after creating only you maintain. But why did they talk about maintenance first? Because they want to emphasize that, uh, my dear Balaram, you maintain. So because you are maintaining, you also protect us, please. Like that, they want to emphasize. That's why they talk about maintenance first, is described by our Acharyas. And then they say, everything depends on only you. So that's why we're coming to you. Please protect us, like that. And then they say, you're doing all this creation, maintenance, annihilation, not for a particular cause that you have. You just do simply out of fun, simply out of bliss. Like, like somebody dances, like mad people dance, like that. You're simply doing it out of for your own bliss, like that is described. Now, text number 46. They say, see how they're choosing the glorification wisely. They say, actually, you as Ananta Shesha, you have 1,000 heads, and on each of the head, you hold the universe on top of you. You carry the earth globe upon one of your heads. Why are they saying that? Because they are emphasizing the principle that, uh, you as Anantashesha, protection is your main business. You are protecting the universe on top of your head. Otherwise, the universe will fall down. You're keeping it stable. So since protection is your main business, please protect us. Like that, they are trying to pray to him. And not only you protect the earth when it's everything is nice and fine doing creation and maintenance, but even at the time of annihilation, you as Garbhodaksha Vishnu or Karnodaksha Vishnu actually receive all the universes into your body. That way, you are protecting the universe also. So even during annihilation time, you protect. So now please protect us by excusing us, by forgiving us. Like that, they're glorifying Lord Balaram. Now in the next verse, 47 verse, and they say, You becoming angry and dragging the Hastinapur is actually for our benefit only, for instructing us and everybody. You are doing this not because you're angry because of your lust or something. You're angry to instruct us only. So it's only for our benefit. It's not because of hatred or envy or anything like that. That's how they're glorifying, which is true. Supreme Lord, whatever he does is for benefit of the persons involved in the pastime and benefits of all of us to learn a lesson from it. And they say you sustain the pure mode of goodness, Suddha Sattva, and you become angry only to maintain and protect this world. So normally people are angry out of mode of passion and mode of ignorance. But you are not like that. You are above the modes. You are in pure goodness. So you become angry only to maintain and protect us. But we basically, because we exhibited angry, we came to our senses. And otherwise we were blinded by our pride. Like that, they are offering prayers now. Now, text number 48, he says, they now say, we bow down to you, O wielder of all potencies, O tireless maker of provinces. We take shelter of you by offering obeisances. Like that, they are offering prayers. Finally, in text number 49, Sukadeva Goswami describes after all these prayers were offered by Kauravas, after they paid obeisances, after they surrendered to Lord Balram, Balram offers them safety, offers them shelter. He says, don't become, he became very calm from anger and he said, don't be afraid. And he took away their fear like that. And then finally, after Duryodhana gave them assurance that don't be fearful, I'm not going to do anything. After Balram assured like that, Duryodhana came forward and gave his daughter Samba, daughter to Samba, Lakshmana to Samba, along with a big dowry out of happiness, not out of obligation. So many elephants, horses, golden chariots, maid servants, 1,000 maid servants with jeweled lockets in their necks. That means with their gold ornaments also he gave them as gift to Yadu dynasty. Then finally Balram took Samba along with his would-be daughter-in-law Lakshmana back to Dwaraka along with him. So then when he entered Dwaraka, all his loving family members, loving relatives, loving citizens, they all welcomed them nicely. And then Balaram went into assembly hall and reported what all happened to the Yadu leaders there, about what happened with the Kauravas like that. Then final verse of the chapter 54th verse ends with Sukadeva Goswami comment saying that even today, that city of Hastinapur is little bit higher, elevated on the Ganges side, southern side, Ganges side. That is showing the what Balaram attempted to do to pull Hastinapur to Ganges river like that. So, mm, so this purport is indicating what Srila Prabhupada writes in Krishna book, how the Kauravas actually wanted to see the prowess of Samba, prowess of inconceivable potency of Balaram through this pastime. That was also one of the reasons why this pastime happened is described. So through this pastime, we heard about great powers and glories of Lord Balaram as a creator, maintainer, and annihilator. And also we heard about the dangers of becoming proud with any kind of opulence or ability we have, or strength or skill we have. And we heard about how greatness, great glory of Samba, how he was a great warrior, being the son of Lord Krishna himself also through this pastime. So we should be always careful. The opposite of pride is humility. We should cultivate humility and respect for everyone at all places. So when we maintain respect and humility, that is the seed of love. We can grow different divine qualities like gratitude, love, and surrender through the humility. In fact, His Grace Harivansh Prabhu was telling, I think yesterday or day before, that as we increase our love for Krishna, we become more and more humble. As we become more and more humble, we'll increase our love for Krishna. So we'll pause here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya pasindubhyavcha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Thank you so much, devotees, for your time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.